Hi guys, I'm Violet from Navipix Photography, and today we're going to be doing some in-camera transitions without any additional help from Adobe Premiere Pro. No professional transitions, only in camera. We'll see you in the tutorial. Okay guys, so in Adobe Premiere Pro, what we've done is we've already brought our clips into the project folder here, and we've already color marked them or tagged them so that we know exactly which clip goes with which clip. As you go through the day and you progress on your filming or your vlogging, you'll find that not all of your clips will be in sequence. So it's important that when you come home and you bring them into Adobe Premiere Pro to color code them to match them together. Right, so the first sequence that we have is of Nadine walking in the field, and then she goes behind a tree and comes out on the other end, and that other end that she comes out should be in a different scene. Otherwise, what's the point of a transition? So we've taken the liberty of already filming another scene to put it in here for you, and as Nadine goes behind the tree, we've got her coming out behind another tree in a complete different scene. So I've already marked this first clip when I was testing, and there we go. It brings you straight through to the next clip. Now what you can do is this tree should be matching up with where this tree is in the scene, and it isn't at this moment. It needs to move up a little bit, so you can take the liberty of moving it up a little bit and then fitting it into the scene more or less where the marker is, and you've got a transition from one scene walking in the field straight into another scene walking into town. Okay, so that's easy as that. Nothing hard to it. And I'm not putting any fades, I'm not putting any spin or blur effects on this. I'm just using it exactly as it is, straight cut from the one clip to the other. Okay, let's move on to the second clip. And we will drop the clip on the timeline to show you Nadine running in the street. And this was actually taken close to the school, so we had a pretty big laugh about traffic on this road. Okay, so exactly where she starts running, that's where we want to split the clip. So we want to just take out this first portion because we don't need it. And then she'll be running and jumping over the camera, and exactly where her foot just goes out of the scene, that's exactly where we want to cut this clip again, and the rest of the clip is useless to us. We'll bring in this clip's friend, which is the one that she will be jumping over the camera again. Actually, there where the sound spikes is where it happens. So just before her foot hits the scene, that's where we want to cut. And then we want to throw this away and bring this portion in where she starts running into a different scene altogether. Right, so first transition or first scene, she's running in the road, and second, transitioning into the same center where she walked in behind the tree. Okay, so remember that there was no color grading or anything done to these videos as I'm doing this tutorial at the moment, or as I'm showing you these tips, because I want to show you what it looks like coming straight out of camera. And these were all handheld, by the way. We haven't used any gimbals, we haven't used any sort of stabilization. These are straight out of camera handheld footage. So it can be done, hey? It can be done. Right, so we want to remove this portion because Nadine will be walking over the lawn and then transitioning into the tar road. So firstly, we want to just move where her foot moves onto the lawn, and as she steps down on it, just about there, we want to cut this clip. And in this clip, she was just basically walking right through the scene, and we had her stand in the exact same spot, the exact same distance from the camera on the second shot. But what I did see is that the camera was tilted a little bit downward when we did this first one. So Gorilla Jabipot did not do such a nice job of staying put. So right there where her foot hits, that is where we want to cut this scene. And I'm not using the keyboard shortcuts, just basically to show you what I'm doing, so that you know when I'm cutting, I'm using the cut tool, and when I'm moving something, I'm using the move tool or the select tool. And there are keyboard shortcuts for that, and you are very welcome to use them. I use them all the time, but for the purpose of this exercise, I'm just showing you what I'm doing. Right, so she's walking across the lawn and into the tar road, and it's a simple transition, nothing to it, no blur, no spin effect, no nothing, just a straight cut into the next scene. So if I play that slowly, you'll see that she's walking, touching the lawn, and then lifting the foot up to go on. So what we can do in this one is, I see that it looks like there's a little bit of a difference in size of her feet. She seemed to be a little bit closer to the camera on the first one. So on the second one, we can scale this up to, I don't know, let's say 115%, just to see what it looks like. And we'll come out and in, out and in, and it looks just about right. I am not going to go for perfect now because I just want to show you what the transitions looks like. Right, so here's the transition from on the lawn to on the tar road, and it's quick and easy, and you can do this with any sort of videos that you take. You can make these sort of transitions to just add some interest and spark some nice fancy thing in your video. Right, so on this one we had some fun in the shopping mall when Dean was actually just taking a plastic bag, just a normal grocery bag, and placing it over top of the camera, just like that. Okay, we can let it play out, and then we bring the second clip in, which we've, whoops, and then we bring the second clip in. If my mouse wants to attach, go straight to the back. There we go. And the second clip will actually start where she unwraps the bag. So when you do this transition, you want to cover the bag with the camera with something like a bag, for instance. And then what you want to do is, afterwards, when you get home, you want to place the camera inside the bag and then seal the bag up again, so that when you reopen it, it looks like the camera has been in the bag all along. So what we've done is we've covered the bag, and then just before she opens it, that's where we want to cut, and we want to delete that, and then we have her covering the bag in the shopping mall. Camera supposedly stays in the bag all the way to the house, and she unpacks the bag when she gets home. Right, quick and easy, nice and easy transition to do. There's no fancy tricks in Adobe. The only thing you're going to be doing is you're going to bring your clips into the sequence, and then after bringing them into the sequence, you're just going to do a simple cut, and that's it. And these are called in-camera transitions. Hi guys! So if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and subscribe button and ring the bell to see more of our videos, and we're looking forward to seeing you in the next one. Comment down below to say which transitions you liked the most.